So boys, do you like playing decks which are terrible but really funny when they work out? Do you like playing troll decks that no one really likes versing? Do you have no friends? Well then I have the deck for you. Today we have got Umi Control. And anyway boys, next video we are also going to be doing gameplay of this deck, so stay tuned for that. But anyway boys, I am still here, don't you worry. I know I haven't uploaded in a bit of time, but I'm back with another banger. And anyway boys, I'll see you in the video, and I'll see you after the intro. Peace. Oh, and I forgot to say, I hope you've all had a lovely day. Obviously, my day has been spectacular. It's not, it's a Monday, but you know. And anyway, I'll catch you in the video. So boys, here we are. I have gone with one of the old reliable playmats, which we haven't really seen since one of my first ever videos. But you know, it's blue fish creatures, you know what I mean? Blue playmat, it works. But anyway boys, let's get into the video. So obviously, to start with, we have 3 Kairyu-Shin. Alright, Ocean Dragon Lord Kairyu-Shin. This card is obviously the main card of the deck and the bane of people's existence. This is your floodgate, stops people from summoning, and obviously it also gets your engine out. Level 5, when Umi's on the field, boom. No one's having fun if you get this card out, and that's why this deck's so beautiful, because this card here is the only reason you play it. So then, obviously, we have triple electric jellyfish. This is very standard for this deck. This is your negate. This is kind of the main negate you have in this deck. And it also lets you summon out your Kairyu-Shin as well. And this card also lets you summon out your Kairyu-Shin because it lets you special summon out a water monster, which is really nice. This card's really good, boys. Always run it. Next up, we got 2 Warrior of Atlantis. This card, we just want to boost consistency of the deck because obviously it's a very simple deck. Get your Kairyu-Shin out, get your legendary ocean out, and there you go. That's really the main combo of this deck. So the fact that you can just discard this card to the graveyard, get a legendary ocean from it, just generally makes the consistency of getting to your legendary ocean a lot better. So we run 2 of those. Next up, we have a Mega Fortress Rail, just 1 copy. Some people aren't running this. I don't see why you wouldn't. This card is amazing. 1, it lets you just bounce one of your opponent's monsters at the attack phase. It's really nice. This card is your OTK card because it allows all your monsters to attack directly. So basically, you use Kairyu-Shin, make it so they can only summon out 1 monster that isn't water. You then negate anything they try and do with electric jellyfish. Then on your turn, with Mega Fortress, you attack directly for game. It's disgusting, you gotta run 1. Next up is your Doomcracker. Once again, this is just kind of more ways to play around your opponent's stuff that they try and do. Really good. I would run L1. Some people don't run it once again. I don't see why you wouldn't. Finally, we have Maiden of the Aqua. This card counts as Umi, and obviously while Umi's on the field, it allows you to your Kairyu-Shin's effects to work. So just having another way to get Umi on the field is always helpful. We also run 1 Kaiju Gamma. The reason we run the War 1 obviously is because this is searchable in this deck, which is great. It's amazing. You have a searchable Kaiju. Why wouldn't you run this? Then we have 1 normal monster. We're running obviously because summon them out for free. Why not just put it in there? Then finally, these are just 2 free slots. I'm just putting 2 Ash there for now. Obviously you can have anything here you want. I just put 2 Ash there for an example. Now finally, so that is all the monsters. Let's get into the spells. So obviously very straightforward, right? Triple Legendary Ocean. This is one of the best cards in the deck. Turns all your monsters down by a level, so that also means you can straight up normal summon Kairyu-Shin, because obviously Kairyu-Shin's level 5. While Legendary Ocean is on the field, it makes Kairyu-Shin's effects activated. So obviously you want this on the field, and that's why we also run 1 Terraforming. So you have 4 field spells, plus, like we said before, we also have 2 War of Atlantis. So look, like we said before, look, we have 6 ways of getting this card out right now. So getting to your Legendary Ocean is actually quite easy when you have all these ways. and that's why we run it, right? We want consistency in this deck, because it's only got one strategy. Why complicate it with a bunch of other cards when you can just boost the core consistency? We then run 2 Sea Stealth. This card's really nice. Counts as Umi, lets you revive cards. It's just generally a strong card. Continuous as well. I like running 2 of this. Next up, we have more searches to get into deck. So we have triple fish sonar. Not gonna lie, this card's kind of expensive, low key. This card costs me like 15 quid a copy for some reason. But yeah, this card's really sick. It actually, you add 1 level 7 or lower water monster from your deck to your hand. So obviously, use this card, get to your big daddy right here. Like I said, everything revolves around Umi and Kairyu-Shin. That's why it's called Umi Control, because you're controlling the field with Umi through your Kairyu-Shin. So any way we can maximize getting to your Kairyu-Shins and to Umi is the goal. That's why we've got Maiden of Aqua. That's why we've got Sea Stealth. That's why we've got Legendary Ocean. Any way we can get to Umi, we will try. All right. Then other consistency card, Pot of Extravagance. Trust me, guys, your extra deck is meaningless. See this thing right here? You could put 15 random cards that you can't even special summon out, just so you can use your Pot of Extravagance. Generally, I've played this deck a decent bit. I've barely ever used the extra deck. You generally don't need it. Pot of Extravagance is so sick in this deck, and I do think it's better than Prosperity. I would generally just run Pot of Extrav, and it's cheaper, which is always lovely. Next up, we have Foolish Burial Goods, triple. So this card, once again, is a consistency choice, because you send Ice Barrier, and then obviously Ice Barrier. So obviously Ice Barrier then also allows you to get your Kairyu-Shin. So see what I mean? Everything in this deck is either trying to get you Umi or trying to get you Kairyu-Shin. So that is why we are running Foolish Burial with the Ice Barriers. Next up, we have Triple Dark Ruler. Just really strong card. I love this card. You know, sometimes if you go in second, this deck isn't the strongest if you can't get out your Kairyu-Shin. But if you negate everyone's board and then summon out your Kairyu-Shin, once its effect activates, it will pop their whole board apart from one card, obviously, unless they're running water monsters, which most decks aren't. So this card's amazing. You can even side in stuff like Evenly Matched to go along with Dark Ruler, so you have Dark Ruler and Evenly. Next up, we have the main traps in this deck. I'm running Triple Sea Stealth, Triple Dark Reef. Honestly, both of these cards are really nice. I like them both, so I run both at 3. It's arguable you can lower these. Like, for instance, if you wanted to take out some consistency, take out some main engine to put more interruptions in there, you definitely could. I would argue if you're going to take out maybe some Dark Reefs, take out Stealth Attack, probably take out like an Ice Barrier and a Foolish Burial, get some more room, I'd say. And boys, there you go, look at that. I've just laid it out for you to show you how consistent this deck can be. These are all the ways here you can get into your Kairyu-Shin. Like, search it. Obviously, I haven't put Legendary Jellyfish here because it doesn't do it directly, but so these are all the ways you can get your Kairyu-Shin out, and these are all the ways you can get Umi onto the field. And then we have the Pot of Extravs at the bottom because it kind of helps get into both. But look how many cards you have to get into your core strategy, getting your Kairyu-Shin out, getting your Umi out. Generally, I think a more consistent version of this deck's better than going all out. But once again, you could cut stuff like Warrior of Atlantis. You could cut some Foolish Burials. You could cut even some of the trap cards in the deck if you want to lessen consistency and get kind of more interruptions out. But I just wanted to quickly show you how consistent this deck can be. And now finally, boys, we're going to get on to the extra deck. This isn't obviously as important. Like I said, you really don't need it in this deck. But we're running the one Hope Woven Dragon Spider Shark. We're running one Silent Honor Shark, you know what I mean, just in case you've got to get over some big boy. Then we've got a bit of back row hate, like Tornado Dragon. But obviously, Legendary Ocean does lower levels. And obviously a lot of your monsters in this deck are level 4. So when the levels get lowered, it means you won't be able to get your rank 4s out. That's why we also have Super Quantal Mech Beast. See, this is just another way of back row hate, but just in case you have Umi on the field, which is always handy. Then we have 2 Stealth Kraken, secret rare of course. 2 Kraken Spawn. Then we have 2 Bahamut Shark and 2 Totally Awesome. And last but not least, we also have the 1 Zeus. So as you see, this is quite XYZ heavy. Post-editing Owen here. As I was editing this video, I realised I forgot that I only showed off 13 cards of the extra deck. You also have obviously your Baguska and Abyss Dweller, you know, your 2 level 4 boss monsters, rank 4 boss monsters, because they're so broken and everyone loves them. Forgot to put them in because they were not in the deck, because they were actually in one of my other deck boxes, and I completely forgot about it. But obviously I want you boys to have the full deck profile, so just remember Baguska and Abyss Dweller is also in the extra deck. But the reason we run doubles of these and these is because obviously you have Pot of Extravagance in your deck. So even though your extra deck doesn't matter a lot, you do want to limit the good cards, that you don't all your good extra monsters getting destroyed. So we do have some doubles, and also because there isn't a lot to run, we can afford to make doubles. And obviously we have Zeus because Zeus is broken. But anyway, yeah boys, that is the video. And then you have it boys, that is the deck profile. Obviously this deck isn't the best deck in the world, but it's actually quite fun guys. Trust me, if you try this deck out and you learn it, one, it doesn't take a long time to learn, and two, it's just quite funny. You should definitely try this deck out. And honestly, Ocean Dragon Lord Kairyu-Shin has a place in my heart now because of how much fun I've been having. It's also just got a cool art. But anyway boys, I'll see you in the outro. But anyway boys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Once again, the king himself, Lord Kairyu-Shin, will carry you to some victories. Hope you enjoyed this deck profile boys. Obviously if you did like the video, give me your boy a like, a comment and a subscribe, you know, trying to grow the channel. And stay tuned for next week where I show this deck off and make some kids rage. But anyway boys, have a good rest of your day. Stay tuned and I'll see you in a bit.